Yeah, I don't think we're gonna break to the upside. I just don't see it happening. I'm definitely leaning more towards bear calls, but I'm gonna wait for the signal. Yeah, so definitely bear calls is what we're leaning towards. I just made a video on how to place credit spreads. I forgot to make that. We're super busy yesterday. Anyone who has the video link can watch our video. All right, let me get this link here. Get shareable link. I want to put this in here. How to get. That should work there. Yeah, some people were asking how to place credit spreads with the stop. How's it going, everyone? This video is going to show you. Let me know if that video works for you guys. Okay. Yeah, how's it going, Jaw? Good morning, Nana. How's it going, Backpage, Johnny? All right. So we're watching this orb. Obviously, I'm definitely more bearish. We got the EMAs all above. We're getting a 15-minute ORB. I'm looking to get in at 958 if this tends to be quite below it. Do we have any big support coming up? I mean, it's hard to tell by that. I mean, big support is at 509. Yeah, so I'm looking into bear calls. I personally like taking bull puts more because you get better premium. Yeah, we did a very good Easter weekend. I appreciate you asking. I hope yours is good too. Yeah, so let me see what we can get here for bear calls. Faster the signal, the better. Definitely helps to get a faster signal. 21 April. Yeah, we had a slow week because of all the holidays and stuff. Now we can get back into trading. Yeah, just right off the bat, I'm eyeing the 5300, 5305. 5300, 5305. So let's record that on SPX and see where that is. 5300, 5305. So that would have to fill above the gap and then some. That is a 2% move up. Now, just keep in mind that when you do drop down quite a bit, I don't know if this is quite a bit because the VIX is probably higher now. Let's look at the VIX. The VIX is at 32 points. Back in the day, if SPY drops 1%, I mean, this is quite a move down. You can see, look at this gap. If price comes to fill this gap right up in here, that could be dicey. So you can see the gap more clearly on SPX. You know, price can fill this gap. All right, just keep that in mind. It always can fill it, or it can just keep going down tremendously. So I'm looking at this around 958, 959, just to kind of see where we're at. Let me kind of put this in. Filling bear calls. Not filling yet. I'm just typing it in so I can see. Yeah, I'm really liking the 5300, 5305. That should fill me instantly. It's at 20 cents on the bid, 35 on the ask. Let me look at another strike just in case. Let's look at 50 strikes, 5300, 5305. Yeah, so if I go to 5305, 5310, you're looking at 15 cents on the bid, 20 cents on the bid. And then 5310, you're probably not going to fill. All right, so this is definitely a trade we could probably get in early before the 10 o'clock. We could probably submit our trades at 9:58 because obviously it's going lower than the orb for quite some time. I mean, how many? I'm looking at 9:58 to place it. Down 1.5%. Do we have any terrible news that I'm not aware of? I'm not seeing any big news on Forex Factory today. Just 10 o'clock is the CB leading index. We can probably... it's a yellow folder. Maybe should we wait for that 10 o'clock? Just to see where that heads. I don't know. I mean, a yellow folder shouldn't do too much. Yeah, so if we want to get filled, the premium's kind of spread out here, 10 and 30. See, the mid is at 20 on the 53.0, 53.10. I mean, I think that 53.05, 53.10 would be a good one. I don't know if it's going to fill me because it's at 15 on the bid. I think realistically, you're looking at the 5300 and 5305. And is that the one I look to place? Yeah, 5300 is way up here. That's the one I look to place. Yeah, so that's your realistic one you're going to get filled. Here's the 958, guys. 5300, 5305, 15 and 35. I'm going to see if I can get one lower. I don't think this will fill. 5305, 5310.
Whoa.
Oh, it's Jesus.
Ew.
Ah, man, it's such a big candle there. 5305, 5310 is at 10, 15 cents. Let me just see if I place this so it'll fill me. I don't think it will. 5305, 5310. Obviously, we need to put our orders in now. Oh my gosh, it keeps going down. Yeah, changing to 5300, 5305. I think I can get that one, though. You want to get filled instantly once you get the signal, guys. Just let you guys know. All right. Well, let's wait for the 10 o'clock and just kind of see what happens. There is a 10 o'clock yellow folder. I don't think anything's going to happen, but let's just kind of see what that 10 o'clock folder is. You know, since it's literally a minute away. I'm looking at 5300, 5305 for 25 cents. That's what I'm looking at. It's at 20 cents and the ask is at 30. Okay, here's your 10 o'clock. Okay, nothing really. I kind of assumed I should have placed my order already. Alright, I'm going to place my order. 5300, 5305. Yeah, I should have placed it already. All right, I got a partial fill. Here, stop it.
Whoa.
Stop it. Day trade alerts filled. Bear calls 5300, 5305 for 0.25. I got a partial fill. I don't even know how I got a partial fill. Because price was like going down. I don't even understand that. Yeah, I'll see if I can get the rest filled on this one. See if we can get like kind of a move back up. I don't know if I will. That's a pretty solid down move. See, right in here didn't really give us any slight move up. I put the order right when it started going down more. It filled me like right here, so if it comes back up there, which it should probably come back up. That was quite a bit. That was quite a big move down, in my opinion. So I got 4 contracts filled. Let's see what else I could fill if I want to just get filled instantly. You see what I mean? You want to get filled instantly? What minute you get the signal? Because there's days like this. If you don't get filled instantly, you get screwed. Alright, so I see the mark is at 20 cents. The next one up is at 15.30. 10.30, 10, 15.35. So that one will probably fill your 25 if you want the 52.95. This one's at 15.30. 10.30. Yeah, so we would need a move up, but the longer you wait, the more theta kicks in. You could miss out on a play, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to see if I can get that 25, though, on my strike. If we just come back up to this 517 mark. We got the EMAs at the top. It is bearish. Where's that 52.95? Is that below the 52.95? It is below that gap. Or above that gap. Alright, we did drop from 521 to 516. Yeah, I only got a partial fill. I'm trying to think if I want to go up to the next strike. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Do I want to go up to the next strike? That's the question. Or can I get a move back up to 517? The mark is 20 cents. We just get up to that 517.50. I think we will get filled the rest of the contracts. So nope here. No sir. Yeah, so it's not really budging though. Let me see what else. If not, I'll just go to the next strike. And I'll do the rest of my contracts to the next one. That next strike, you're looking at 52.95. So I need to do 7 contracts for the next strike to fill me instantly. Alright, I'm going to go to the next strike. 52.95, 5,300. So I'm going to cancel this one. Let me see. Should I cancel 52.95, 5,300? Is that 25? Yeah, we're going to have to go to the next strike if you didn't get filled. It's at 15 cents and 35. 15 and 30. I just don't know. I don't want to get greedy because then I won't get filled on the rest. It's like a cat and mouse game right now. Yeah, I'm going to go with 52.95 because the ask is 25 cents. You're probably not going to get filled, guys, on the strike you wanted. So, cancel. And let's fill this one for 52.95. I got 4 contracts on the other one. I filled 4. So I need to get 7 more. I want to do 7 more. This word. What? Can I not do the same side? Are you kidding me? Alright. Since I got filled on the other one, it's like having issues. Yeah, if you didn't get filled, go for the 52.95, 5,300, but I guess I gotta go my same strike. It's giving me errors every time I switch my strikes. Yeah, that sucks. Maybe I'll just go for 20 cents on the 5,300 one. Yeah, screw that. Wow. Yeah, sometimes this happens. If you don't get in the signal right away, you get screwed. That's why I tell everyone, don't wait for the retest back to orb. Get in right at the bid. I got a little carried away. I waited for that 10 a.m. news. I probably shouldn't have. It's only a yellow folder. I got filled 4 contracts, but it wasn't like a lot of contracts. I only got filled 4. I'm definitely not going against the trend. Heck no, I'm not doing that. Nice. At least you got a fill. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at the. Yeah, why is it having me issues filling? It's giving me an error message. Do I have to do the same leg? I don't think I have to. Yeah, I need price to go back up to the 517 mark. It's a pretty big move down from 521 to 516. That was about a 1% drop. There we go. Are we going back up? All right, let's see. I'm gonna try. I guess I have to stick to my other strike. Bonjour. Bonjour. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm thinking with my strike, maybe I can just do a 20 center then. And that's what I'm thinking, I guess. I don't think it's gonna hit 25 cents. That's all I'm doing. We're due for that 20. Wow, we're due for the 52. That's that candle we need to get up to, 517.50. Yeah, I got my order in for 25 cents. We'll see if it comes back up. Because apparently I can't do another leg. I don't know why. I'm just keep getting rejected. So I gotta either try my same leg or just do it for a lesser premium. It's kind of nerve-wracking. It's kind of just dumb. Wow, nice. Alright, let's see if we get that. Alright, I'm gonna switch premium to 20 cents. I got screwed over. Barely missed all my fills. Let's try 20 cents on this one. Alright, so oh wait, it's getting a little volatility here. Bid is at 10, ask is 25. So I'm just gonna do... Okay, so that's coming back up. 517.54 is what we need to see. EMAs are all bearish. Comes up to the 5. We'll fill everything. I kind of want to sell. I don't know how many more I want to sell, though. What are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm gonna sell. I only got 4 filled, so this is kind of a weird situation I'm in. Because I can't go to another strike. I would have went to the 52.95. If you guys, I would have went to the 52.95 leg and get filled instantly. But now I'm trying to think what I want to do here. So I guess I'll do 10 contracts. That's 14. Does that make up? How much is that? I gotta calculate this. So if I do 7 plus 10 plus 14 contracts. Alright. Yeah, I'll do 10 more contracts. I'm gonna do 20 cents for my scenario, guys. I'm going in on the 5300, 5305 for 20 cents for the rest of my fills. If I don't get filled, then I'm rocking in partial order. I'll just have a partial order then for the rest of the day. I just got unlucky here. Didn't get a fill on all of my contracts. This is why I always say you get filled instantly. My old me would be like, oh, I'm going to go against the trend. No, I'm not going to go against the trend. If I don't get filled, I don't get filled. I just rock my 4 contracts. That's just how it's going to be today. So I'll wait for a 20-cent fill. Price would have to come back to this EMA 5 now. It's definitely bearish. How's it going, CJ670? What stock should I buy today? Well, the only ones I'm in for a swing trade is Malm, and I'm in TTD, which TTD is going down 6%, so I'm going to be in the long haul for that. Yep, there it is. Bear calls, freaking wrecking. You gotta switch your strikes, guys. If you didn't get filled on this, I was trying to 52.95, but apparently I can't have 2 legs open, and I don't know what's since I have a bear call leg. I guess I have to stick with my bear call leg. Oh well. I don't understand why. It's just not letting me place it. Yeah, so I'm telling you, 100% I would go for the 52.95. 100%. 100%. Yeah, you Fluntier, thanks for the follow. No, it's not. I'm not getting problems with fills. No, I'm never having issues with fills because I can just go on the bid. It's just that I chose a leg, and now I have to stick with that leg. So that's my problem. I would just keep switching the legs up. So, we'll see. But this is why I always, when people say they got a better fill than me, I'm like, well, there's days like this where you're not going to get filled at all if you don't just get in right on the signal. Because a lot of times people are waiting for a price to come up to this orb. But even if it comes up to the orb, now you have time decay. You're not going to get the same strike as other people. Like, I got filled the 5,300 instantly for 4 contracts. I could have went for the 52.95, but then I've been flabbergasting with this 5,300 to get the rest of my contracts filled. So yeah, I only got 4 contracts filled on the 5,300. We'll see. Maybe it might go up. Who knows? Yeah, when you wait too late to change the order, then it gets harder and harder and harder. Ugh. But my old me, I'd probably do bull puts, but I'm not gonna do that. That's how I lost in March. Gotta be fast on these ones, that's for sure. Yes. Yeah, I needed price to go back up to that 517.50. That would be pretty good. What's that 1 minute looking like? Wow. It's due for that 50. Hopefully it touches that. Pretty straightforward bear call day. Looking at my positions, it's hard to tell where the premium. I mean, it's saying 17.5. As far as futures, I'm waiting for. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm waiting for price to come back up inside this orb. This is a 1.25% drop. Yeah, the problem is if I get filled for 20 cents, then my stop loss is not at $1. That's that's the thing I'm irritated about. How's it going, 022? Good morning. I thought I'd done it before, the different legs. I don't understand why it's giving me so many errors. Got canceled so many times, rejected. Man, I think I need a big move up now to get filled. Yeah, I just placed a video if you guys are how to place credit spreads with a stop. Let me know if that's working for the very people just who's never done credit spreads before. A lot of this just takes practice. Once you place your first trade, you're fine. How's it going, Mufas? Mufas? I'm gonna call you Mufas Eyes. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're doing the 15-minute orb, using EMAs to kind of dictate, the general direction of the trend, and we're selling credit spreads for the highest win rate success. So when price breaks through this lower line, we get in bear calls right away, and we take it to the downside. And then as price goes down, the premium goes down since we're selling, and then time decay brings it down. So you got all these things working for you. Yeah, it's one of my highest value strats. I've been working really hard on perfecting this one. What premium is the best and all that. What strategy to do. EMAs and orb is the best, as that's your trend following tools. And you don't have to be so precise. Like we could get in on this candle here, and then price jumps up to this. We're totally fine. You can have a lot more drawdown in this method than any other trading strategy. So we'll see what happens. I got a partial fill. I'm not gonna make an insane amount of money today. Sometimes I get partial fills. I'm gonna try to get 20 cents on the rest of my strike for another 10 contracts, which will be roughly 14 total. I can't even put my. I don't know if I put my stop in, then yeah, I'm just waiting this out. It's a pretty big move down. If we come and test this 5.09 mark, that might tempt me for bull puts, though. Not gonna lie. I just don't see that happening, though. That 509 mark. That's another $6 drop. The VIX is going to get higher, guys. As you can see, the VIX is up at 33 points. We're starting to climb on the VIX. UVXY is bouncing on this EMA 10. Fear is ramping up. Oh, man. Yeah, that's just the thing with credit spreads. You can't be greedy. I think we saw in March, and that's why I made the roll. I'm getting as close as possible to the bid. I just want to get filled instantly, because there's going to be plenty of times like this where you get the signal and it just goes down. Not all the time does it. You get the signal and it fills you by going up. And it can be irritating because you're like, this is the easiest day ever. You know, you want to be in these kind of days, these single orb days, where they just goes down forever. So you can wait for a retest if you're not in. That's what I would wait for at this point, since you're kind of delayed getting in. You should have got in at 10. It's already 10:30. So you can keep the same strike if you want. That's what I'm doing. Since I can't do a different strike apparently. It's giving me some weird error code. But yeah, if we look at the SPX, bull puts or bear calls, we go to calls, 0 DTE. Not even showing mine, but here's your 52.95. It's at 10 cents. Yeah, you can't even get in that one now. So now it's just to the point where the strikes are just so garbage now, where it's too risky to get in right here. You probably have better success doing bull puts if you're getting in this late now. Yeah, so if I want to get my strike is all the way back here at 5,300. It's sitting at 5 cents. Literally 5 cents and 20. Ugh, that's disgusting. So this one, probably not going to fill. So if you look at your 5,300, this one's at 20 cents here, all the way up at 52.75. Yeah, no one's going to give. It's too risky now. Lesson learned. Got to get in right away. I think I kind of hesitated on that 10 a.m. news. That CB leading index. Maybe that was smart. If I didn't get a partial fill, that's what screwed me up. I put my order in, I got a partial fill, and then I can't do a different strike. And so now I'm trying to do the same strike with different premium. That's what screwed me up. Heck, I would have went for 52.85. Like, I would have tried to fill anything. It's just I didn't have that luxury. I would have went for whatever was available. I think, what's his name? Mr. Blonde, you got the 52.90? Is that the one you got? 52.90, 52.95, yeah. It's not a bad one. That's above this gap here. That's the main thing, is being above this gap. 52.90. It's not a bad one. Well, I would just take the day off and just wait it out. The only possible thing I'm doing is bull puts at 551.14 on SPX. So I'm just looking at this long daily wick. I might do bull puts on that. That's the only possibility I might do. But then again, that is going against the trend, and I lost 2 times in March because I did that. This is how you can lose in this. Like, you get so irritated that, one, you want to do bull puts just to get in a trade, when clearly it's a downtrend on the 15-minute. EMAs are all above. It just comes to the fact that you just have to have your... You just got to get filled the minute this closes. So I want to see if this can get a move up. I don't think it's going to. This looks pretty bearish today. Alright, I'm going to have to change. I don't want to watch this all day. I want to put my stop in and be done. I would try the I would try the 52.90 to 5,300. Like, if you can get a 52.90 on the sell leg, that's not a bad idea. What's this, Pierre? Did you poop? You stink. The problem with 15 cents, since we've tried it before, is your stop is too tight. 15 cents is only 60-cent stop. I don't like that.
The whole town's talking about you. Not right for a woman to read. About time you got
Man, this is the easiest day ever. This is such an easy day. Like, we've had some hard days on credit spreads, and then the days it's so easy, like, nobody's in a position. I'm in a position, it's just I'm not satisfied with mine. 4 contracts. I need way more than that. But I'm not gonna fight this trend down. Yeah, that's why I labeled in March. I said I'm never going to wait to get filled. I guess I made a minor mistake. I thought I could switch the strike sub. I don't know why it's not letting me switch my strike sub. Another frustrating. That's frustrating. Now for futures, I have to wait for a retest this lower orb. I can look at other things right now. That's probably not going to touch. Oh yeah, I need to look at my stocks I'm watching. There's a couple big cap stocks I was watching here. Go to the weekly chart. Wow, look at Funko on the weekly chart. I was watching MP and CVS. MP's coming down to this 20, maybe to this 50. And I think CVS is already there. No. CVS has quite a bit ways to go down. I was watching now. I did like this one. Coming into the monthly EMA 50. We're coming into this lower Keltner channel on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, honestly, like today, these are the days, if you backtest, and this is why I always say, always get it on the signal it produces. Ideally, you know, if you see it this far down, you do want to get in a little earlier. I know it seems hard because you want to wait, but it is wise to get in before this even candle closes. Like, you want to put your orders in before this candle even closes. Because obviously it's not coming back above this horizontal line. Like, what is the chances of? It's just probably not. You saw the 1 minute. I mean, look how far it was down. At 10 o'clock was your signal here. This 9:58. These 2 candles will have to get back above that. Probably not going to happen. And this is why it was hard for everyone to fill. Everyone waited till this candle closes, and then 10:01 goes down. I got filled right here after because I put the order in, but I didn't get all my contracts filled.
The horse whinnied anxiously. Frightened, Bill leaped onto Philippe and returned to the mysterious forest. Soon they found the castle. Bill tried to steady Philippe. Then she saw Maurice's head on the ground.
What is he watching?
Bill hurried inside the gloomy castle and wandered down the vast.
All right. Everyone should have access to the how to place credit spreads with a stop. I don't know why it's showing up. It's unlisted. Oh, I think I gotta change the settings on that. Let me see something here. Show more. I think it has to be
Bill discovered Maurice locked in a tower.
different than that.
Suddenly he heard a voice from the shadows.
I think it's private. It has to be. Is it private?
Belle asked the voice to step into the light. It was horrified when she saw the huge, ugly beast.
Yeah, I think it's
Save her
private.
father, however, Belle agreed to stay in the beast castle.
Let's see if that works.
The beast dragged Maurice to the castle and put him into a carriage that would return him to town. There the adventure stumbled into a tavern where Gaston was surrounded by
I get shareable link. I want to see because it's showing me as a. See if that works.
one villager sneered. Maurice grabbed the man's coat.
I don't know. Is that gonna work? I gotta change his diaper. Does YouTube private?
Belle nervously followed the beast upstairs.
Oh,
He paused for
that's not it. It needs to be unlisted.
Belle stared back.
What's in the West Wing?
The beast opened the door to her room.
I don't know what I did. I screwed this one up.
Flung herself on the bed.
Alright, whatever. There we go. Now it's not showing it.
Belle refused to die with the beast.
Alrighty, we're getting a little move up here. We'll see if we get a fill. Probably not. We would need quite a big move for my strike. If you guys aren't filled, 5290. It's not a bad one. I would jump on that one. 5290 on SPX.
Lined with broken nerves. Cautiously opened the door to the
Bear calls.
dank, filthy room, strewn with broken furniture,
Man, that one's not going to fill either.
grey, gnawed bones.
Man, all of them are just not going to fill.
Was it room? Shimmering beneath a glass
You're more looking at 5275.
The beast.
Man, the premium just got decimated on that Theta. That time decay just wrecked the premium. That time decay just wrecked it.
Belle rushed past Cogsworth and Lumiere as she fled the castle.
No promise. I can't stay here another minute.
Found Philippe, and they galloped through the snow until they met a pack of fierce, hungry wolves.
Yeah, 5290, 5295. You can try that one. As of right now, it's not going to fill you unless price literally goes back up to maybe EMA 10. Is what I'm thinking price would have to do. That's quite a big move. But then again, we also went from 521 to 515. So, we'll see. For price to come back up to that, it is a solid move to the upside.
When she looked at the fallen beast, she could not
This is my strike right here, 5,300. It's right above all these. Ideally, you want it above the gap. That's ideally where you do want your strikes above.
into the sea of darks and sailors like.
Is it going to fill that gap? I mean, it's a 2% move up.
At the castle, Belle cleaned the beast's wounds and thanked him for saving her life. Later, she was quite surprised.
So yeah, this is my strike. You see how the bid is 5? No way that's going to fill.
The beast smiled.
We need quite a move up, maybe up to this 5,200 mark. EMA 5 maybe.
Mrs. Potts and the other objects watched Belle read a story to the beast. They were filled with hope that the beast and Belle would fall in love. Gradually, the mood in the castle began to change. Belle The beasts fed together, dined together, and played together in the snow. They even had a snowball fight. When Belle watched the big, awkward beast try to feed some birds, she realized that he had a kind, gentle side to him, something that she hadn't seen before. The beast began to care for him. He returned to his room, bathed and dressed up. He was overjoyed when Belle taught him how to dance. That evening, the beast asked Belle if she was happy.
I can see my father. I miss him so much.
The beast showed Belle the magic mirror. In it, she saw her father lost in the woods, killed in his search for her. When the beast saw the unhappy look on Belle's face, he decided to let her go. It meant that he would never be human again. Before Belle left, he handed her the magic mirror.
Close the fridge. Yeah, we're getting a kind of a move up here. It's going to take a little more than that. A lot more than that. And that is the power of time decay. Got in right here. 30, 45 minutes of time decay just wrecked that premium. My premium is like non-existent. That's nuts. Non-existent right there.
No, I won't let you.
Alright. Yeah, if we come back inside of Orb, definitely should get filled though.
Because he was raving like a lunatic about some terrible beast.
Alright, Pierre, let's go.
Gaston put his arm around him. To clear up this little misunderstanding.
You want Cheerios?
Never heard about
Alright, we'll give you Cheerios. Yeah, lay down. Get your diaper.
The beast and the magic
delicious.
Oopsie daisy.
and rage.
You got the key.
Not Belle, father and son, and stormed the beast's castle. As the villagers battled the enchanted objects, Gaston forced the beast out of the castle. He clubbed the beast, didn't even try to resist. Fight back. She had helped Belle and the rest escape from the cellar. When the beast saw Belle, he grabbed Gaston by the throat. But his love for Belle made him too timid. He let Gaston go and faced Belle. Gaston held the beast in the back.
Yup. Yup, 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 yup.
Belle before he could.
Yep.
She ran to him and held him in her arms.
Yup, 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 yup. Yup, 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 yup. Yeah, yeah.
He watched transform. He held him out to Belle. Belle
Yan, 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 yan.
the prince drew her close. Then they
Yan, 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 yan.
once again became human. True love finally broke the spell.
True love.
One
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Alright. Mama? Where's Mama? Where? Go get Mama.
Here, did you see all your
You want cereal? Where do you want me to throw this thing?
Just put it there, but you could double wrap it with a plastic and
Just put it where?
there.
Alright, you want some cherry tomatoes? Eat your cereal. Yeah, there's your cereal. Alright, guys. Easiest day for bear calls. Not really much to do. Yeah, the theta's just going to wreck it so much where no one's going to get filled if you're not in it. And it's too late to get filled. So I'm going to just rock my 4 contracts, and that's it. I'm just going to hold my 4 contracts, and what I make probably, let's see how much I'll make with just 4 contracts. Not much, that's for sure. 0.25, 4 contracts. And it says I'll make $91. It's actually more than I thought. Alright. So yeah, to me it's going to be... And this is good to record it in the Excel sheet so you can know, hey, what happened this day? You know? Don't be greedy on these strikes. You don't have to be perfect on credit spreads. This is not like futures. You don't have to be perfect. So I got in at 10. Let me see. I got in at, let's see when I got in. Filled at 10, literally 10 a.m. It was like 10 and 23 seconds. So, this month's kind of boring for me. Honestly, this has been a really slow month for me. 53, 53.05. Because I did switch to that 500%, but then I was talking to Steve suggested 25, and we can go back to 300% if we get a 25-cent premium. So I'm starting to do those 25 cents. 4 contracts, and that's going to be a total of this looks like a pretty clean day. I don't think we're gonna lose this day, to be honest. Yeah, with the fees, it's 91.44. So far, it's a single orb. All right. So all in all, I'm up 398 this month. Not much at all. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the beautiful thing about this strategy is most of the time you're just going to be profitable every month. Some months you're not going to be extremely profitable due to one, the VIX is high, the tariffs. Sometimes you get partial fills. So you gotta. That's why it's good to journal. Anyone can say, yeah, this was an easy day, but if you didn't get in right here at that 10 o'clock, you just didn't trade it all, and that's fine. If you didn't get a trade today, just understand, like, we've had a lot of days do V shapes where we got less greedy and we wanted the price to come our way for a bit. So I'm gonna put my stop on SPX. Close selected. So 1.00 is my stop. And that's it. Four particles has been submitted. All right, so I got my stop, and that's all I can do. Now, for the risky people, if you really wanted to take a trade and you wanted to go against the trend, you can go 509 on SPY. I'm not really sure if it's going to do that. That's quite a big drop to that lower wick. So you got filled the 5,300, 5,305 for 20 cents. Yeah, that's what I should have did. The minute I didn't get filled, I was thinking that I can switch my strikes up. But apparently I don't know why. It could have been a number of error reasons. Maybe I was putting too many contracts. I don't know. Maybe I had an order here and then I was submitting another order, but then I canceled it. It's confusing the heck out of me. So I couldn't switch my strike. So if I can't switch my strike, then I should have just went lesser premium. I should have went for the 20 cents. But granted, though, I don't like going 20 cents because then my stop loss is 80 cents. So it's a hit or miss. It really is a hit or miss. So, but that was the only way I'm going to get filled. I would have had to switch to the 20 cents on the 5,300. That was the only way. Do you not do ES or MES if it's not back? No, yeah, if it's not back in the orb, this is just a day you don't trade on futures. But yeah, I've seen times where it comes back to the orb, like either midday. If it does that, then yeah, I'll take the futures. But anybody that took futures early obviously made bank. This is the best days for futures. Yeah, you don't want to go against the trend. I've done that in March, and I took literally March would have been a perfect win ratio. I mean, this is why I'm not going against the 10. Look at this. I lost right here, and I lost right here. Why did I lose? If these are single orbs, you should never lose with this strategy. It's like it's almost impossible to. No, I'm not going to say impossible, but you shouldn't lose. So I put went against the trend, went against the trend. If you followed the orb all in March, you would have a perfect win ratio. No losses. February, you would have had one loss, and that's fine. April, we have one loss so far. But then again, I kind of went against. I want too big of a stop on this one. So this one should have been an $800 loss. All right, so I did go a little too big on the stop. But then again, you see the pattern here. If you follow this system, you can have perfect win ratios. If you try to go against the trend, it's dicey. You're literally just guessing now. But yeah, I could see like big support zones. We all can see that this 509 should act as support. But if it don't, then expect to have a loss because your next big support is 493 if it goes all the way down there. What's your stop amount? I posted in the Discord. I did a $1. Definitely join if you're not in the Discord. I mean, it's only 12 bucks a month. I mean, I'm always looking to see what I can switch in the service, looking to make adjustments. I think I had this system down to where I want it. It is by far the best system I've ever traded. It's the most relaxing. Your stop don't get hit fast most of the time, unless April 1st. That was a very fast stop hit. You look at April 1st. Well, I mean, not too fast, I guess. We got in at 10:20 and we exited at 11:15. So it took about 55 minutes to hit my stop. Whereas normal option strategies, you can get hit a lot sooner than that. So yeah, I'm just waiting on this. This is going to be a partial fill day. and just always working on, hey, when you get the signal, you get in fast. In my scenario, if I get a partial fill, I need to switch that premium fast then. That's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, pretty easy day. Unless this just spikes up pretty fast, this is probably one of the easiest days for credit spreads. I mean, we actually haven't even had a green candle in the 15-minute yet. 9:45 to 11. That's insane. But these are the days I love because, I mean, these are the days you want to see for credit spreads where it just goes the direction you want it to. And you have time decay. So I don't mind these days. To me, if you just didn't get filled, then everyone should get filled. You can always go another strike. That's not the issue. You can just change the strike, go to the bid, and get filled. But the issue is when you get greedy, then you can't get filled. And so now you're looking at that same strike that you wanted probably is not going to present. My 5,300 strike is so far out of the money that it'd be insane if it comes back. I mean, look at this. 5,300. You're looking at like no premium on it. Now look, if you wanted to get filled, you have to go all the way to, not even that strike. You'll have to go to 52.35, 52.40. Like, you see the strikes like you would have to go to 52.40, 52.45. You know, not worth it. So if you didn't get into play, you just don't play. It's just that simple. Trust me, I've dealt with that in March. That's what I said. I am never going to wait. If I get the signal, I'm in. Because I lost 2 times in March. I got really irritated. I didn't get filled here. Right here, I got a partial fill. Because I waited too long. 4 contracts, partial fill. 3 contracts, partial fill. 1 contract, partial fill. So I was like, you know what? I could have made 3 winning days because I just waited for a better strike when I should have just took my thing. And I got 2 losses because I didn't get filled at all. And so that's when I said, I don't give a rip. You know, if I get some drawdown, I'm totally fine. I totally, because if we get the trend wrong, most of the time you're going to lose anyway. So it's not really, to me, it's not a big deal if I don't get like a perfect strike. It's just not really. I'm more basing this strategy on time decay. This is a nice directional strat, but it's more based on time decay. What does Cube say? What's your stop amount? I screwed in one leg. Can you find it? Yeah, so he got the 52.95, 5,300. Everyone should have got filled. I mean, honestly, you know, the strikes were there. He got the 52.95, 5,300. I got the 53, 53.05. Partial fill for me. I wanted to change my strike to this one. I would have definitely failed if I changed it. It just gave me an error message. And he got the 50.65, 50.70 puts. That's pretty good to me. I meant to sell the 53 and I buy the 552.95. So you did a debit spread is what you're saying? See if we can get a bounce up here. It's not even gonna matter. The bounce would have to go all the way to lower orb. Like, it would have to go all the way over here to get any substantial strikes you guys want. Yeah, take the day off. Don't do what I did in March. This is what I use to help me to say, hey, I'm not going to make this mistake. losing 2 times in March because I didn't get a fill and I went against the trend. Perfect day. This is a perfect day that I remember. Didn't get a fill. I go against the trend. So I got 2 losses in March because of that. And then I had some partial fills. So I told myself I'm never going to be greedy on strikes. Did I get greedy on this strike? I really don't think I got greedy. I saw 25 cents on the bid. I just happened to only get 4 contracts, and my broker screwed me up. I couldn't switch my strikes. It kept giving me errors. So now I had to bid on the same strike. So that was my fault, I guess. I don't even know. Me personally, I've been saying this a lot. Right in here is your 10 o'clock. If you know, and that's I said 9:58, I'm gonna place my order. Well, if I placed my order at 9:58, we all would have filled. I mean, look at this. Here's your 9:58, guys. This is your 9:58. By the time you place your order at 10, this is how much farther it went down. It went down 2 more candles down. So this could have easily filled everyone at 9:58. The chances of this going back above orb, probably not going to happen. Like, it can get pretty close, but even 9:59 you could have waited. Like, a 1-minute candle going all the way up here is probably not going to happen. So either 9:58 or 9:59. But then again, I got that stupid thing in my head, and I said, you know what? I'm going to wait for the 10 o'clock yellow folder, which I shouldn't have done. It's just a yellow folder. So that was my mistake. I'll remember that. If there's not a red folder or orange folder, you can place it early at 9:58 or 9:59. And you're totally fine. So that was my mistake. That's how I got a partial fill, by waiting just till 10:01. Well, what happened is 10:01, you got this big massive candle, got a partial fill, didn't give me any other fills after that, as it just kept going down and down and down and down. We needed this to come up just a tad. And look at this, still going down. So if you're going against the trend, like, holy crap. It actually might give you guys this big support at 509, which is actually nuts. I can see that happening at this rate. But you could look at the put. This is not a bad one. 50, 65, 60, 70. I mean, some nice premium on that. It's pretty far out. I mean, I'm actually surprised it gets. That's way down here. That's a 2% drop already with a 4%. But that's how I got screwed, is when I do that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, maybe that is a good one. Maybe. Tomorrow I'm gonna be very cautious on bear calls because we've had an EMA. Oh, never mind. This is kind of a fresh EMA. It's not fresh, but we've had about a day of EMA 50 downtrend. So the market's just looking kind of weak right now. Very, very weak. My trade desk is down 6%. I'm going to see what the earnings does. I need to just wait till 508. And I'll go from there. I'm just curious what that does. I'm personally, after I'm done with this one, I'm looking into investing in SPY and just doing cover calls on it. It's the safest one ever, especially with this down move happening. I might look into that. Cover calls on SPY. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to do some more back testing. You'd be surprised how many times this actually happens, though. I mean, I showed you in March, you know, this happens quite a bit where you get the signal, goes down. If you don't get in right away, you don't get no signal. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Happy trading, guys. Don't go against the trend. I know it seems like it can't go down further. I mean, watch that 509 level. That's about it.